Hello everyone, welcome to an all-new edition of Pro Wrestling Show. This is the Pro Wrestling Show, NXT. We are NXT, the NXT TakeOver Portland Predicted Outcome Special. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you could join us here on NXT Predicted Outcome Special here on the Pro Wrestling Show on Connect. First and foremost, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Call a friend, tell a friend, subscribe. And use the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect. All right, NXT TakeOver Portland comes your way from the Motor City in Portland, Oregon. Man, it's the first NXT pay-per-view of the year. This is the first NXT pay-per-view by itself without no like carry on like a big event like Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. This NXT is by itself and it comes on a Sunday, which is unprecedented for itself in the beginning. Also on this NXT card, there will be 6 matches, including 4 championship matches, a street fight, and so much else going on. All right, let's get started with the first NXT. All right, match. All right, now you know the NXT Women's Championship match is on the line as challenger Bianca Belair. The EST of NXT goes one-on-one against Rhea Ripley, who's been on the road since Survivor Series. And Rhea Ripley continues on her road to dominance. You know, now it's a monkey wrench now that Charlotte Flair added herself into this, where Rhea Ripley wants that opportunity against Charlotte Flair, where Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble this past January last month. Now things turn around as Bianca Belair is now looking forward to be the EST of NXT Women's Division as she goes one-on-one against Rhea Ripley. Now, this whole ordeal started where, like I just said, that. But at that same token, could Bianca Belair leave NXT TakeOver as the next women's champion and Charlotte put her focus on her? Or will Rhea Ripley stand on top of the NXT Women's Division and continue her reign of dominance and looking forward to meet Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania if that does happen? I predict that Rhea Ripley will win this match. So Rhea Ripley will win and move on forward. Now, this past week on NXT, Bianca Belair made a statement when she went against Brittany. So, Santana Garrett, you might know Brittany from Impact Wrestling. Now she's in WWE as Santana Garrett. She left a statement knowing that she's not going to be annoyed and not going to be unfit. But unfortunately, Bianca Belair will lose this loss to Rhea Ripley, who will move on to meet Charlotte and continue their feud at WrestleMania. All right, move over to another grudge match where Finn Balor takes on Johnny Gargano. This boiled down ever since Finn Balor returned to NXT. Finn Balor looking to make a statement, make a name for himself, and at the expense of Johnny Gargano. Well, Johnny Gargano proved that this week that he will not be intimidated thus far. When they had their face-to-face meeting, Gargano told Balor to bring your A-game, bring the Finn Balor from NXT in Japan, not the Finn Balor from Raw and SmackDown. So Finn Balor lurking around, but you know he's going to be somewhere catching. I predict Finn Balor will win, and this rivalry will continue on to NXT TakeOver Tampa. So look forward to that. Also, in the third, one of the second championship matches will be the Undisputed Era's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly go one-on-one against the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Classic of 2020. The Broserweight team consists of Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. So they had a funny segment going into TakeOver. Riddle and Pete Dunne makes a good comedy team like Marion Lewis or Albert Costello or, something like that. But they was trying to figure out how to get to Portland, and Riddle was trying to figure out how to get to Portland with the cup and him and all that. it was so funny. It was the best segment of the night. I know Matt Riddle getting a lot of heat and a lot of stuff going on with him, but I believe that I don't know. I want to say the Undisputed Era will win. So look for the Undisputed Era to win. O'Reilly and Fish, they're a good combination tag team. They had a couple of matches back a couple of weeks ago against some tag team, I forgot. But they did good. So let them, all this is going to be an extension period, just to test the fans out. So look for the Undisputed Era to regain the World Tag Team titles of NXT. All right. We move forward on where Dakota Kai versus Tegan Knox. This all situation started with Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox were best friends. Now they're bitter enemies. Now Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox were teammates for NXT TakeOver in what Survivor Series was. Survivor Series was in Chicago. TakeOver Chicago. And Dakota Kai was about to go into the War Games, and then she turns around and kicked Tegan Knox's head off and slammed Tegan Knox's leg into the cage door, and she turned heel ever since. Now, fast forward now, these two women hate each other and they want to rip each other apart, and the perfect way to do so is in a street fight. No rules, no anything goes. No disqualifications out the window. So these two women are going to tear each other limb from limb. But I see that Dakota Kai will win this match, and Tegan Knox will get her emotions the best of her, and she won't be able to control her emotions, and Dakota Kai will pick up a win on that. So look for Dakota Kai to win that match as for the start. Also, in the third championship match, the North American Championship is online as Bass in his glory. Keith Lee defends his North American Championship against the Viktorovich, and that should be an instant classic. These two were enemies. They sort of teamed up their Survivor Series and came and made a common ground. But now, since the championship on the line, and these two big men know how to move, they're agile, they're quick. Keith Lee, like Mark Henry said, moves like a cruiserweight. He's a super heavyweight, but moves like a cruiserweight. The same way as Viktorovich moves the same way. So I want to say that Keith Lee retains his championship, and this might be another extension. It's going to be a lot of extensions going on with that. So look for that down the road for these extension matches. And finally, the NXT Championship is online as Tommaso Ciampa, the challenger, versus Adam Cole, the champion. Tommaso Ciampa came back and tried to make a statement, and he made a statement all right. He did so what he did to Cole and everybody else Undisputed Era. Tommaso Ciampa wants Goldie back. He means the NXT title. He had relinquished the championship due to injury, but now Tommaso Ciampa is refocused and he's reunited to get back his title. And can he do so? That I would think, to me, when he did that match at TakeOver Chicago and War Games, that was the best ending, where he took Cole and driven himself through the table. Best ending ever. Now the championship on the line. So now the pressure's on Ciampa to regain the title back. Cole could be the champion, and not, you had to beat me. I don't have to beat you. And that fitting ending when Cole went against Kushida, match was so great, back and forth. But yeah, I'm Cole looking to prove a statement. He's going to prove that statement as much as he can. So I want to say Adam Cole will retain the NXT Championship as Tommaso Ciampa looks to gain it back. He might gain it back at WrestleMania in Tampa, which is more meaningful. All right. Thank you all once again for this quick pro wrestling show. Predict the outcome for WWE NXT Portland TakeOver. Man, it's going to be an exciting show. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, the short edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll have a full recap of Pro Wrestling Show this week with Raw Report, SmackDown Report. No NXT Report because we just did the NXT Report with the predicted outcome. We'll have the AEW Report and hot topics and much more. So don't miss the Pro Wrestling Show coming your way this Sunday here on Connect. I've been your host, Ken Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you Sunday for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.